Okay, so you are in the right place if you are in the College of Visual and Performing Arts. Your major pertains to art, music, theater, or dance. And because those are the areas that you're a part of, you might already definitely know your advisor. But just as a refresher, I, Abigail Hart, am the advisor for music and theater freshmen. And you can see my email right there. You can email me if you have any questions as a follow-up from today, or in general, if you have any questions. Jennifer Rich is the art and dance freshman advisor. So if you're in art or dance, then your advisor is Jennifer, and you can see her email address there too. Both of us work for Cvpa and know a lot about the other areas. So I can speak with art and dance folks. She can speak with music and theater folks. But when it comes down to who is your advisor, your listed advisor, it's going to be separated by the school, music, theater, art, and dance. Okay, so just as a reminder, if you want to know officially who your advisor is and you want to look that up, you're going to log into UNC Genie. You're going to go to the student main menu, click registration, look up advisor. You're going to select the term from the drop-down list, and you are going to click view advisor, and your advisor is displayed. And also, if you're familiar with your DegreeWorks page, it's right there at the top of the DegreeWorks page. It says advisor, and your advisor should be listed there, either myself or Jennifer's name. So we're going to talk today about the process for advising and generally what you need to know in order to be advised. I'm going to admit a student before I move forward. Okay. So yesterday or today, at some point, you should have received an email from Jennifer or myself that was entitled Advising and Registration Instructions. And there was a visual there that looked just like this. So there are some steps that we need you to take in order to be advised. And this is not busy work. It really is meant to train you for the process that you take for the rest of your time at UNCG. So in the College of Visual and Performing Arts, we need for you to review the Cvpa Advising Canvas modules. The advising page is in Canvas is Cvpa Advising. That's what the class is called. So in that class, you're going to review the modules. You're going to need to take the Cvpa Advising Canvas quiz. Once you have taken and passed that quiz, you're going to sign up for advising through Starfish. And then you are going to attend that advising appointment that you set up. And only after you have attended that advising appointment do you get your advising code. And you need your advising code in order to register. There is only one path. As you can see, there's only one arrow direction. So please remember, you need to take all of these steps in order to successfully make it from here to registering for your classes for spring semester. And let's go into detail about exactly the process that's listed here. So as I said, in Canvas, you should be a part of Cvpa Advising. So you're going to click that organization. And the home page right here just shows you all of the modules that you need to review. And they're not going to be super extensive. Some of them are like a 3-minute video. That's the whole module. So just review, go through, and make sure that you know that information. And this is what a module could look like. As I said, the general education module is a 3-minute video, and it just goes through the basics of general education classes. Okay, so once you have reviewed those modules, then you're going to go to the assignments on the left-hand side of the screen, and you are going to take the advising preparation quiz. And the advising preparation quiz, every single answer to all of those questions can be found in the videos. You need to, oh, and I didn't say this, but it's on the screen. Make sure that you have gotten a 10 out of 13 for that quiz. You can't just answer every question wrong and then sign up for an appointment. You got to make sure that you're understanding the content. So 10 out of 13 in order to sign up for an appointment time. So this year we're doing appointments through Starfish, and some of you guys might be pretty familiar with Starfish, but if not, there is an instruction. These instructions will be presented to you right after you take that quiz, but it goes step by step through how you set up an appointment in Starfish. But if you already kind of feel comfortable with setting up an appointment in Starfish, you're just going to go to starfish.uncg.edu and make sure you set up an appointment with your advisor during their listed times. I will go ahead and say, I know off the top of my head, my advising appointments for fall are going to be October, let's see, 12th to November 5th. And they're almost always from 2 to 5 from Monday to Friday. So there's many, many options for you to choose from to select a 30-minute window. Just wanted to make sure you know that you can't go straight to setting up an advising appointment in Starfish. I mean, you could, but we're going to cancel that appointment until we see that you have successfully passed the Canvas module and gone through the steps in order. That's for your sake and our sake, so that we know that you're prepared when you're coming into the appointment. And so registration will, as I said, be through a very large window of time that we need that long to get through all of our advisees. So you can sign up for an appointment with your advisor through Starfish between October 12th and November 7th. And we just ask that you arrive on time. There is an option for you to bring a Schedule Hero schedule to your appointment. You could even email it to us ahead of time if you'd like. It's not required. We won't turn you away if you don't know the classes that you want to take, but some of you have a lot of factors to juggle. Like you're in the honors college, you're pursuing 2 minors, you are in a residential college, and you're thinking about switching your major, you know, like you have a lot of factors to consider. And so several of you might want to go ahead and set up your schedule and present it to us rather than having us tell you what to take. So we do want for you to, I mean, that's kind of recommended. It would be great if you could come in with something for us to work with. It'll make the appointment move smoothly. But if you're kind of stuck, that's what the appointment is for. So we don't need you to have a perfect schedule ready to go. That's what we will do in the appointment. So if you remember all the way back to SOAR, maybe you're super organized and you kept that paper. If you were in my room, I was like, you get extra brownie points if you held on to this paper from SOAR. Some of you have changed your major and you didn't even attend Cvpa SOAR sessions. So, but the point is, everybody received a page that looked something like this. It was a SOAR template. And on that template, it did give you insight into the classes that you should take in your second semester at UNCG. As a little reward for you guys taking this time to be here today and preparing yourself, I'm going to take a picture of the participants that are here right now, and I'm going to email you this template again. So, yay, you get a little perk for going above and beyond and being here and making sure you're prepared. So I can resend this document to you, and you can use this as a guide for setting up your classes for next semester. You could see kind of from this example of an art student, a BFA or BA in studio art, that you have some classes that you really should take next semester. There's not a lot of negotiation. You really should take these 3 classes that you see first. But then it says you have the option between these, the 4 classes: ART 253, 260, 285, 286. You could pick which one you like the best. Almost every student is going to have an option of a general education class, maybe 1, maybe 2. And we want you to go ahead and shop for those classes and consider what general education class do you want to fulfill. You are shooting for approximately 15 credit hours for your second semester. So you can use that sheet that I'll email you after we're done here today. You can use that as a guide to set up your Schedule Hero schedule and bring that to your your advising appointment. And then a lot of students want to know when they register. So you can find out when you register by going to UNC Genie. You can enter your ID and PIN number, go to the student tab, click registration, then go to check your registration status and select spring 2023 for the term when you register. And you will find out exactly the day that you register. Most freshmen register on November 7th or 8th. That's a Monday or Tuesday. But sometimes people in residential colleges or honors colleges register a little bit early. And so you can make certain that you know exactly the date you register by following the list of tasks at the top of the screen here. And a tip that we have for you is that unfortunately, freshmen are at they're the last to register for classes. And so if you are really certain that you want to get the schedule exactly how you plotted it out, and you can stay up until midnight of that first second that you can register for classes and go ahead and enroll yourself before other students who didn't stay up until midnight. So for better or worse, that's a strategy that we definitely recommend if you really want to get that perfect schedule that you set up. All right, so at this point in time, I'm going to take questions. You can type them in the chat box. You can turn on your mic. We can even kind of finish up if nobody wants to ask their question in front of other people, and I can talk to y'all one-on-one about specific things. But does anyone have any questions? Okay, and Zainab, you can go ahead and ask yours.
Yes. So 2 things. You said that our advisor should be either you or I think Jennifer in Genie. So mine is not. It's Dr. Sunny Spillane, Christopher Cassidy.
I am wondering, do you see your status as something other than freshman?
Yeah, I am, I think, sophomore.
Okay, but you maybe are like this is your first semester at UNCG?
Yes, I came in with a lot of like transfer and AP credit.
Okay, so that is a like unique special thing in which Jennifer and I truly only advise students that are classified as freshmen, even if this is your first semester here. So if that is the case, you are a sophomore, you are correctly assigned to Sunny and Chris, specifically Sunny. Chris kind of as the director of the School of Art, oversees all students in art, but Sunny is the person you're going to be meeting with. So she is going to have a little bit of a different process than me and Jennifer. She most likely will email all of her advisees and gives instructions on how to sign up for an advising appointment that way. You are welcome to take the advising quiz, but Sunny doesn't require that for her advisees. So, you know, it's up to you if you want to go through the Canvas modules and everything. They're helpful. They're going to be good information, but you basically what I'm telling you is wait for that email that Sunny's going to email you to tell you instructions on how she sets up her advising appointments.
Oh, okay. I was a little worried at first. Does this mean I won't get the email from the Cvpa about like the Canvas course because I don't have access to that?
You don't have access to Cvpa advising?
No, not on Canvas. I don't.
Okay, that's good information for me to know. I'm gonna make a note here that I want to check for all students that are for you specifically, but also students that are in a similar position as you, and make sure that you are enrolled in that advising page so that you have access to that information if you want it. You should see yourself added to that course by the end of the week this week.
Okay, thank you so much.
Any other questions? Yeah, so your situation, Zainab, is common, especially if you are a first semester student that has brought in many different credits. And you can see on your degree works page that you are considered a sophomore, junior, senior because you brought in all of those credits. And on the top of your degree works page, you will also definitively see your advisor as a faculty advisor. And by the way, for folks that are in this session today, you will, once you achieve sophomore status, be moved to a faculty advisor as well. But if you do see that Sunny is your advisor, then yes, everything that I just explained for Zainab's situation is going to pertain to you as well. Okay, any other questions? Okay, so I have, if I don't see a faculty advisor on my degree works, but I'm still a sophomore, is that normal? Yeah, so there's a fun thing happening where music and theater, my advisees are running a little bit behind on switching advisors. So basically, as long we're gonna try to cross our fingers and hope that you get transitioned to a faculty advisor within the next few days, and hopefully by next week you'll be transferred to a faculty advisor, and then you can go from there. But Quinn, just to answer your question, it's just a little behind schedule. We're trying to switch people over in music and theater. Art folks should be perfectly in place with your advisor, but theater and music, if you are a sophomore, junior, senior status, you might still be assigned to me just because they're running behind. Yeah. And Quinn, I'll still keep you as an advisee as long as you like, so. Okay, so will I still have to do the Canvas assignment given that I'm a junior? No, it is a requirement for specifically Jennifer and my advisees for freshman advisees. So it is not a requirement, but we encourage you, if you're looking for answers that pertain to how do I get to DegreeWorks, or, I need help deciphering DegreeWorks, schedule Hero. How do I go through the registration process? How to transfer credits. There's a bunch of information on transfer credits in there. We want you to be proactive and facilitate finding that information by using that page. So nothing required, but it really is a great place to find answers to those questions. All right, and then I'm gonna look for there was another question in my inbox. Okay, so there's a few questions in here. So I'm gonna read out the questions and answer them one by one. So I'm a BFA design tech major, and I've heard that there isn't much leeway in this major. And that's actually something that pertains to a lot of majors. If you're in BFA art, if you're going to pursue a BFA in studio art, or if you're in music education, or if you are in a BFA program in the theater, School of Theater, all of those are very structured degrees. And so creating a 4-year plan is definitely a good choice to make sure that you're taking care of all of those requirements. Now there is a perfect, brilliant opportunity for you coming up. I strongly suggest that you take advantage of it. But on October 12th, and I'm going to put this in the chat box, October 12th, at 6, there is a program by a peer guide, Aiden Dents, who is going, it's literally called Make a 4-Year Plan, how to make a 4-year plan. And it's going to, any person that attends that workshop is going to be able to get some guidance on creating a 4-year plan for your degree, no matter what your degree is, as long as you're in Cvpa. Let's see. I will just give a forewarning. If you are going to create a 4-year plan, the best mantra to hold is just that you got to stay flexible. You got to stay flexible because things can change just a little bit. Does that mean you shouldn't make a 4-year plan? No, I do think that sometimes it's good to have a general idea of how to accomplish everything, but just each semester, as you officially register for classes, you might need to tweak things as you go along. So you're accounting for changes that are made along the way. I think that's a good approach for it. Let's see. Is there a limit on how many minors you can have? So the short answer is no. I've only really seen 3 minors as the max for somebody. It's always a personal consideration of, I have my major requirements, I have my minor requirements, and you might have requirements for honors college, residential colleges, whatever. And then you got to factor in, I can only really handle 15 to 18 credit hours a semester. How many semesters am I going to be here? And once you start getting into adding many minors, it might extend your time at UNCG. So you want to consider, am I comfortable staying a 5th year? Am I comfortable staying a 6th year? Am I comfortable taking more credits per semester than average in order to get these requirements done? So it really is, that's where that 4-year plan can kind of help you foresee if it's a wise decision to take on more than one minor. So yeah, I think it would be good for you to plot out a 4-year plan, see what happens when you have a major and 2 minors or 3 minors or whatever, see what it looks like, see how long you would have to be at UNCG, and that might make the decision for you. Okay, and I'm gonna pull up that advertisement for the create your 4-year plan. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a great workshop. All right, any other questions before we? Okay, I got another question in the chat box. When is the best time to add a minor? And really, any time is fine. There is a form that you can submit. And the best way to find that form is by going, I Google search UNCG change minor, and it's the first link there on Spartan Central. You can fill out that 5-minute form. The minor is added to your schedule. You won't take any action towards that minor until it's time to decide your classes for the upcoming semester and decide, do I want to take a class for my minor in the upcoming semester? But you can add a minor at any time. Yeah. 12 a.m. on a Sunday in the middle of December. Yep. All right. So you can see the advertisement on your screen. There is a program coming up called Making a 4-Year Planner, and it's on October 12th at 6 p.m. in the EUC conference room A. And if you scan that QR code, then Aiden can prepare for your attendance and kind of set things up to help you set up your personal 4-year plan. All righty. Checking the chat box. Okay, I'm going to hold out for just a few more seconds here, make sure nobody has any more questions. Okay, so I'm going to hang out here for a little bit longer, just in case anybody wants to speak with me one-on-one. But thank you for being here. Don't forget all of those to-dos that we just talked about today in order to get signed up for registration if you are my advisee or Jennifer's advisee. If we talk today about how you are a faculty member's advisee, be vigilant towards your UNCG email, and you should see a message from them this week or next week, hopefully, that gives directions on how to sign up for an advising appointment with them. A lot of questions can be answered on our Cvpa Advising Canvas page. So try to go there first and find the answer before asking us a question. If you really think that you can find it in that Canvas page, it should be there. All right. Thanks for being here today, y'all. I appreciate it.